Got to take your chances. You have to take your chances. Red Devil Studio, man, holla at your boy, man. Leaks, holla at your boy. You see, I don't like using stereotypical words. Oh, they should have won it if they only took their chances. Like I told you, I'm alternative. I like coming in at a new angle, but at an honest angle. And I just got Pauline was just saying something that was right. If you're a top player, the kinds of chances that United have, you have to put those away. Great keeping from the Sevilla keeper, great defending, superb blocking. United, you have to put it away. At this top level, you just have to put yourself in a position to put that ball in the net. How they did not. There was a period of about 2 minutes where literally they had 3. These aren't just like half chances. These are amazing chances where they're just a few yards away from goal. You have to put it away. To position your body in a way, right in there, put it in there. Put your foot through it, but you have to be accurate, focus, put it in there. So, and the thing about it is that, see, people will now bring in that narrative. Penalties. People will bring up Penalties because people will say, can this team score an open goal? Or can this team only score penalties? Because if United, they should have scored. But look, man, you have to give credit to Sevilla. You see, it's so weird, like, I don't know whether it's the jersey or something. Sevilla have a very particular way of playing, and they've almost played this particular way for ages. I think that obviously what Lopetegui has brought in is a lot more passes and a lot more passing and movement into the whole thing. Whereas I think for Emery, there were less passes, and it was much more there was more movement, and it was much more about intense forward thing. But I think Lopetegui has really trained them on passing, and some of their passing is amazing to watch. I mean, Eva Banega, very underrated player. I think he was one of those guys where I think I maybe expected him to do better, especially at Inter Milan, and especially when he was for Argentina. But when you just look at how he played yet again in this game, his protection on the ball, his distribution on the ball, it's amazing. And I think the funny thing is that because it reminds me, because whenever I play football with like English people, it's different from how I play football with like Spanish people or Italian people. Whenever I play with Spanish or Italian, that ball never leaves the floor. It's like whenever I play with English guys, it's like long ball, running. There's a lot of running, intense, hoof it, hit it, go long, hit it. There's a lot of running involved. But whenever I play with Spanish and Italian guys, literally, it's all about just popping off. And it's just a culture way of playing. And it's like they live and die by that. And if Sevilla, even if they're coming from the defense in attack midfield, they just hit that ball. Moving around. And you look at that first goal that Sevilla scored. And if you think about it, both goals that Sevilla scored was the same goal. Give it out wide, and it's the ball across. Give that one. But the first goal that Sevilla scored, again, for me, it's the whole thing with the defending. Maguire, you're the captain of the team, and what they always say in defending is you have to. This is what I say defending. As a defender, you have to be in two minds. You have to watch the ball. You just have to watch the ball. You have to see where the ball is, because the ball is the action. But as much as you watch the ball, you also have to be like, okay, what's happening behind me? So as that thing is coming in, Maguire has to look back and be like, yo, Williams, watch your man. Because what you saw were Williams and Maguire all going into one space, and it's left Suso completely free. And that cross, luckily, got over to Suso, beats both of them. Ball goes in. But then that's just bad positioning, because you have to position yourself better. And Luke de Jong is a garbage football player. Forget about the goal he scored. Did you see when they were like on the overlap, where it was like 2-on-2? All you had to do was do a simple cutback. That was it. It was the simplest cutback in the world. And this break still managed to break that whole thing. Incredible. So Sheffield United, of all the people to score the winning goal, let's flipping Suso score it. Let's Benega score. Let any of these other guys score it. You cannot allow this dude, Luke De Jong, because that's just the worst way to go out to a tap-in from him. And again, it's the same thing. I think for that one, you can't really blame Maguire. You have to blame this. I've got his name, the Swedish dude, because bro, that's just that's just a bad reading. For defenders, like if you look at Van Dijk or Ramos, why these guys are top defenders is that they read the game so well. They know where the ball is going to be before it's over there, so they anticipate it. So you don't have to be there, but you just anticipate the moment. So boom, and make that 1 yard before the other guy makes the 1 yard move, and it was just read badly by the United Swedish the defender. But for United, man, they have to feel really disappointed. Barcelona, you shouldn't really feel anything about that. You got rebirths. You got rebirths 8-2. So that's like, you're like, oh, damn, bro. But if United, you feel really bad because you're like, this was a very even game. This should have been the final. But this was a very even game. And you were really in it. United, they were fully in the game, and they had superb chances. Like, there are chances in the first half as well, but in that second half, bro, it's like between Martial, Greenwood, the amount of saves that the Sevilla guy had to make, it was crazy. But as much as you say that United should have done better, you have to also give credit to Sevilla. They defended very well and they kept very well. But so you said so that, see, attack-wise, if you're Solskjaer, you just have that you have to be more ruthless in front of goal. You have to be more ruthless in front of goal, and you just have to just be more cold-blooded within finishing. So if you're in the 18, so if you're out of the 18 box, it's fine. If you're out of the 18, if you're in the 18 box, you can see the whites of the goalkeeper's eyes. As a top player, that ball must rip the net. It has to rip the net. I think for United, they just had too many good opportunities, way too many good opportunities. And I think, it's easier said than done because it's split second. Things come at you very quickly. But if you're in a semi-final of a major competition like this, you should, in a semi-final like this, you shouldn't even have those kinds of chances. If you do, you shouldn't have 3 or 4 or 5 of those kinds of chances. So the issue is you had 4 or 5 superb chances and you didn't put them away in a semi-final of like a major cup competition. And I ain't good, man. But look, man, if Sevilla win this trophy, all that stands in the way is either Inter Milan or Shakhtar Donetsk. Wait, bro, knowing Inter, that game can go either way. Guys, give them this trophy. Did these guys win it 4 times in a row? And if they win it again, like, there has never been such dominance in a cup competition as Sevilla for the Europa League. It's never happened. And I think even before they did 4 in a row, I think they actually won it as well. I think no, sorry, Aguero was with those other dudes. But it's been absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding how Sevilla have done this. But you have to congratulate Sevilla in how they play. Like, you see, for me, there's no such thing as, oh, they play better football and so forth, But when I look at Sevilla, I admire what they do. See, sometimes you can have too many passes. Sometimes you can be a bit too stuck in your philosophy, but you have to admire the fact that no matter what, this ball stays on the ground. And we will always try to find a way of, even if we can't find the pass, we keep hold of the ball, we move, and then we find the pass, and then we will look for the advance. So the whole idea of where everybody is skilled on the ball, everybody has confidence on the ball, and every single Sevilla player, when I have the ball, I am looking to give the ball to the other man, keeping the ball on the ground. That is something to be admired by, because rugby football is a very complex sport. So to have that and drill that into 10 outfield players to always look for the pass and keep the ball on the ground and to be able to move forward with the ball, that's great to see. And if you're Sevilla, man, you have to feel super confident, man, because this was a tough game for them. And I think Sevilla knew that, all right, this United attack are going to cause them issues. And they did. United's attack, they caused them issues, with the speed, the finishing, and the individual ability, specifically of a Martial. But yeah, man. Congrats to Sevilla, man. Congrats to Sevilla. All right, let's see what your kids are saying, man. So do like about 20 minutes of Q&A, and I'll be out of here, bro. All right, let me just see. Are there any? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, let's see what your kids are saying. If you don't score, you concede. This is football. The game showed that Manchester's defense is very weak and Ole is far behind. I wouldn't say that Ole is far behind. I think that's harsh. But I will say that it's funny because I was watching ESPN FC and Frank Leboeuf was saying about how we have to now teach the importance of defending and how the defense and so forth is important in football. And I think you can definitely see why that is so important, especially for United, because you say to yourself that Maguire. How much did they spend on this dude? How much did they spend on the dude Maguire? Vidic and Rio were very important for United. Like as important as Cristiano was, Tevez and everything, that defense was very important, and the defending was important, because as much as it's important for you to score because goals win games, it is also equally important to make sure that you don't concede, because you're not going to score 8 goals every game like Bayern. Normally, it's 1, 2, 3 goals. But if you're conceding 2, 3, that puts too much pressure on your attack. So having a defense that restricts the amount of goals where we keep a clean sheet or we only concede 1 goal, that is very important and it helps you win games. Like a great attack wins you games. A great defense can win you trophies, can win you like a flipping league, as they say. Boy just divided back again. Oh Lord, man. Sevilla didn't even play that good. United should be ashamed of themselves. No, come on. Sevilla played well. Like those were very well worked goals, man. Come on, man. Those were very well worked goals. They played well. Let's see, man. 22 penalties, I think, is that's because when I say Penalties to the rescue, like Terry Flores, for some reason he sorry, it's just a joke, like, because he said, oh my gosh, do you see what happens to Rashford? Rashford almost got chopped open. I'm like, okay, yeah, he almost got chopped open and so forth, but yeah, and it's like 22 penalties is 22 penalties. That is a record. That is a record. Like that's just crazy. To get those amounts of penalties, whether they deserved or not, to get this amount of penalties is crazy. Bro, stop watching ESPN FC. You'll lose brain cells. Mr. Rosario, man. You see, the thing about this is that I just watch ESPN FC just to get to the whole football thing, because I know that, look, Craig Burley is in sometimes he just says some nonsense stuff. Frank Leboeuf is high. For me, what's it called? Shaka and Frank Leboeuf, I think they're good. And Moreno, the Venezuelan guy, they're good. But that Liverpool dude, or no, that guy doesn't play for Liverpool, the Scottish dude, nah, that guy is like, he's like Julien Laurent is good. Marcotti is up and down. Marcotti can either be quite entitled, or he can just say some nonsense, Fun fact: Manchester United are the first club ever to lose an FA Cup, League Cup, and European semi-final in the same season. Well, I mean, you see, for me, that record doesn't really mean anything to me. Do you know what's a crazy record? When Bayer Leverkusen, they were winning the league, they missed out on the league, they lost to the German Cup final, and they lost the Champions League final. Now that is messed up. That is messed up. Oh yeah, Steve Nicol is not. The guy is completely biased, totally biased, man. Is by maybe he might be. See, for me, if you're United, I think Bailly would. For me, when Bailly was fit, I said, no, this is one of the best defenders in the Premier League because I really rate Bailly. I think Eric Bailly is a really really good defender. I think the dude is really good, and for me, Eric Bailly is easily better than Maguire. Maguire. So United paid 3 billion for Maguire and made him captain because of one World Cup campaign. How good was Maguire really at that World Cup? Because his best performance. So who did he play against? Colombia, the tropical islands. Was it Slovakia, Sweden, and then when you came up against a real team in Croatia, you got beat. So like, I think you see the thing with Maguire is it goes back to hype, and English media hype. They were hyped based off of him being a defender that was there that got England to the semis. And based off of that, like, yeah, man, he's the next English defender, English pride. Yeah, English. Oh God, save the gracious queen. And I just think Ole drank that Kool-Aid. Because you're like, why is he United captain? Why is he this dude? I mean, yeah, 80 million? How good is Martial? Martial is extremely good. He should have finished that. But all because he didn't really finish those chances does not take away from the fact that the guy is an extremely good player. So put some respect on his name, bro. Let's see. I wonder what excuses the English media will make for Manu. You can't. What excuses are there? There are no excuses to be made. Like, oh, Penalties should have had another penalty. Give me a break. Like, they just got. For me, they lost fair and square. You had your chances, you didn't take your chances. Sevilla took their chances, and they took their chances very well. And United only have themselves to blame because those goals that Sevilla scored were avoidable. Those were avoidable. So, let's see what you guys are saying. They were very avoidable, man. Very avoidable. So look, well, for Inter, man, it's either I can't put money on Inter defeating Shakhtar Donetsk. I can't. Personally, I can't. No, I can't, bro. Harry Maguire bad defending cost us. Love how Bruno attacked him because of his fault on the pitch. Oliat, Pogba played well today. I mean, Pogba was I would say he was. I wouldn't say he was amazing. I would say it was I. Maguire is the issue because you have to understand is that when you have two central defenders, you have an alpha and a beta. There's always an alpha and a beta. With Cannavaro and Nesta, Cannavaro was the alpha. For Rio and Vidic, Rio was the alpha. For Liverpool, Van Dijk is the alpha. So, in this, Maguire's, it's his leadership. For a right back or a left back, the key attribute is tackling and positioning, but really tackling because you face a lot of 1v1s. For a central defender, the key attribute is reading. The reading of the game, that is the key attribute because you don't face those many 1v1s. That's for your right on your left back. So for your defender, what your main concern are crosses and through balls. So your thing is about knowing where that ball is going to be. So you have to be at the right place at the right time to snuff out those passes. And which is the point that Frank Leboeuf made on ESPN FC. He said, a defender can do 1,000 things well, make one mistake, and he's screwed up. A striker can have 3,000, 4,000 misses, score a great goal, and suddenly he's a hero. But that's just the harsh reality, of the life of being a defender, which is why you have to I almost give more credit to defenders than any other player, because when you look at defenses that keep a clean sheet, you're like, wow, for 90 minutes you didn't make a single mistake. That's hard. That is hard. For 90 minutes you didn't make a single mistake. So when you look at peak Cannavaro, peak Maldini, all these guys who for 90 minutes they didn't make a mistake, that's insane. Which is why, like, you look at that game, the Germany-Italy 06 game. What Cannavaro did in that game was outstanding, because you're facing a very good German side on a home soil for 120 minutes and you didn't put a foot wrong. That's amazing. Oh, just bested. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Just bested. What happened to your boys? What happened to your boys? I thought your boys said that they would win, man. I thought you were confident in your boys winning. Only thing that will make me happy is Neymar winning the CL. I don't know about that, bro, but we'll see if that can happen. don't put your money down on them winning that. From Buddha Subs, man, penalty FC fans have the nerve to say Martial ahead of Aubameyang. What criteria are you using? That is always very important. What criteria are you using? If the criteria you're using is who's the better player, Martial is the better player. Ball control, technique, dribbling, balance, movements, football IQ, Martial is better. If you're just saying pure finishing, bro, Aubameyang is one of the best strikers in the world. I just said Martial. I've always said Martial is an amazing player. I never say Martial is an amazing striker, which is different. Martial is an amazing football player. Striking, the art of finishing and scoring goals, Aubameyang is one of the best in the world. He's one of the best in the world. So you have to say what in what terms are you saying? You have to fully enunciate the terms that you're saying. Every criteria now, you're smoking crack. So you're telling me that Aubameyang is a better dribbler than Martial. You're telling me that Aubameyang has better balance on the ball than Martial. You're smoking crack, bro. You're smoking crack. Bro, Dory, we'll discuss Messi on the thingy, man. Dory. What did Pogba do today? See, that's the thing. Pogba was all right. I didn't think he had a decent game. He didn't have an amazing game. And I don't think that Pogba really sort of stamped his authority on the game. But he didn't need to, because United had so many great chances. And I think that the game was there to be won for United, but they just couldn't turn that cheddar into good G's, man. George Obede. Sevilla's second goal for version 2. Sevilla still scored. Poor defending, poor marking, poor leadership. The defending one was bad. It's like that first goal. That is how do you allow Suso to be completely, like, there is no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. And this just because you have to look at Maguire. Like, if you have to say, okay, who was brick of the game? Maguire has to be brick of the game, because you're like, how is it that your leadership is so bad? Your positional awareness is so bad. It's just not good, bro. From Omar Suarez, man, why are United clowns hard to support these days? #clown. So if you're a United fan, you should feel frustrated. Now, if you're a Barcelona fan, you should start fighting people. As a Barcelona fan, you should start trying to rush people. If you're a United fan, it's just frustrating because it was there to be won. The game was there to be won. But United fans should ask a lot of questions about. No, Maguire fans should say, why the hell did we spend 80 million on Jeremy Maguire? Show me the money. Why did we spend 8 million on Tom Cruise? Why? For what reason? Like, it baffles me that. So he's the captain and all this because he had a decent, not amazing, a decent performance for England at the World Cup. So he's literally living off the fumes of what he did in 2018 against the tropical islands. Slovakia, Colombia, and Sweden. I mean, that is, you see, the English media are a very, very dangerous weapon. And I think about this is that you just have to ignore them. They are hype merchants. There are no greater hype merchants than the English media. All they do is hype. All they do is hype. That's is how they exist. That is what they're about. They just hype things. So, man, it's wild, bro. It's wild. It's one round. What's you guys saying? From your boy Natsa, just best in looking like a complete cloud. Just bested, man. Look, man, it ain't looking good, man. It looking because look, they can still clown you, Man City, but so City, you got taken out in the Champions League. Like, see, best like US, see, you have to relax, man. You shouldn't be so foolhardy and so fully confident when you know that you've got Jerry Maguire in defense. Like, I've got to induct him. I mean, he's going into Class C. Maguire is going into Class C for sure. Wait, so who did Tunisia? Sorry, Hitman. It was Tunisia. Lead level man. Join top of the hour. You best come into the hangouts. I want some answers for today, and I want you to give me some honest answers about Maguire. I want some honest answers about Maguire and so forth. You know, please give me some honest answers about those dudes for sure. So let's see what else the guy is saying, man. But no, I mean, the best thing is cool. You know, he wants to support his team and so forth, but you have to still do it with a bit of zest. The Sunday Hangouts is at the top of the hour. We have 3 more minutes left of this, and then we will. And the Sunday Hangouts is in there. We're talking Messi leaving or not, Thiago to Liverpool, and previewing the semi-finals of the Champions League. So it should be a fun show. From Yasser Said, man. Oh Lord, I'm tired of 80s. I'm tired. We paid 8 million for a player who is worse than. It's for me who is worse than Harry Maguire. I hate the English mainstream media. So obviously he means that we paid 8 million for a player known as Harry Maguire. No, look, the English media are no, you know what? The English media are not to blame. United really have themselves to blame. I don't listen to the English media because I know that they are hype merchants. So I just ignore them. United should have ignored them. Either try to get Eric Bailly fully fit or go out and buy Upamecano. Did you see Upamecano's performance against Atletico Madrid? Upamecano in this United defense, drastic difference. Huge drastic difference. He reads the game supremely well. He's great on the ball, superb distribution. Upamecano would have been fantastic for United. But that is if you ignore the nonsense English media hype, because they will always hype all their English players and actually just focus and rely on scouting. Viewing the eye test. I am not paying 80 million for a defender because of what he did in the World Cup against Farmers, which is what they did. You know, and just the English media, all they do is just hype. Just the tiny little bit of quality per performance, English media just goes insane and crazy. Oh my gosh, the best in the world, Maguire. What amazing, what a consummate professional. Oh, well, I'm like, chill, relax, man. Let him have a season of being amazing. Let him have 2 years of being amazing. Is this whole thing with Chilwell? I'm sure that's some maybe English media hype. Like, why the heck are Chelsea going in for a dude called Ben Chilwell? All right, guys, last few things and I'm out of here. So, sorry, I mean a player who is worse than. Is Maguire better than Smalling? Because Smalling wasn't great. Is Maguire really a better defender than Smalling? Because Smalling is balling. Smalling doesn't want to come back. Smalling is just chilling in Rome, bro. It just shows how much we miss Luke Shaw. No, look, for me, defense, and defense is key. Carol N says EPL teams are bottle jobs. EPL overhyped by English TV. And you know, the sad thing, before I get out of here, it will never change because I know English media very well. I know how they roll. They live off of this, and they are hype jobs. And I keep saying to people that don't listen to when an English media told us called Wayne Rooney the White Pele. That's what they told us. Even whilst the English media should have been trying to hype up Joe Cole, who I still rank as one of the most gifted English players in history, because I thought Joe Cole was an outstanding football player, but they focus on David Beckham, Wayne Rooney. Like Wayne Rooney, Beckham, who the hell are these dudes? Who the heck are these flipping scrubs? You know, so Scholes, that's a player. Rio, that's a player. Terry, that's Ashley Cole, that's a player. Joe Cole, that's a player. Who the heck is Bex? Who the heck is Bex? So, thoughts on Bernardo calling out Liverpool fans? That was hilarious. That was hilarious, man. And see, for Liverpool fans, leave the dude alone, guys. Okay, I'm out here. Just final words before I'm out of here. Basically, well done to Sevilla. It is scary how good they are in this competition. And if they face either Inter Milan or Shakhtar Donetsk, I am still rolling with them. I would like a Sevilla Inter final. I think that would be a great clash of styles if you had a Sevilla Inter final. But for me, I'm not banking against them. I think my money is on Sevilla just to do this. I think this was their real difficult game. I think Inter or Shakhtar will not pose the same attacking threat that United did. And for United, painful. And they will know that, my Lord, we had chances upon chances. But what this goes to show is that all aspects of football are important, because when your strikers can't get those chances, they're hoping that, all right, give us extra time, that the defense don't make mistakes. Sevilla scored good goals, but those goals that Sevilla scored could have easily been avoidable because United just had poor marking, poor position, poor reading of the game, and just poor defending. If you have bad defenders, more likely than not, you will end up losing the game. You can't always be expected to outscore the opposition, especially in semi-finals like this. You have to be better defensively. Peace out, stay true, and I'm out. Boychester divided, Penalties. Become a Patreon member. Gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.